Hi everybody, it's Alan here from Pipe9. In this video, what I want to do is I want to focus on a new feature that is coming out in SkillMe on April the 11th called Skill Plan. And the idea behind Skill Plan is it's a plan that enables you to most effectively prepare for a forthcoming Connect. And what's a Connect? A Connect is a discussion that takes place between a manager and a team member, probably 2 or 3 times a year, whereby the basis for the discussion is your career development plan, your skill development priorities and the progress that you're making against those priorities, the progress that you're making against your skill plan associated with those priorities. Now, what we've done in SkillMe is that we've added a new feature called Skill Plan. So let me just share my desktop here, and I'm going to show you what we've now done in SkillMe. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come to my skills board here, and I've completed my perspectives for each one of the skill priorities that make up my profile. And what I've done is I've moved 2 or 3 or 4 of those skills across that I'm going to prioritize for the next period of time. In this, from the last Connect through to the next Connect, these are my skill development priorities. Now, when I click on any one of these priorities, for example, when I click on, let's say, Challenger Mindset is one of my priorities, and I go into experiences, I've started to add experiences that I believe that are going to help me accelerate my skill development around becoming a challenger, developing a challenger mindset. On the basis that experiences shape our growth, these are the experiences that I think are going to be most helpful towards accelerating my development around developing challenger mindset. And some of these experiences are experiences that my manager has also suggested to me. So it's kind of a combination of my thoughts around experiences that are going to be most helpful and manage. As you can see, we've started to add in, start dates, due dates, progress that we're making. And I can also add some commentary now. I can add some comments, associated with the progress I'm making against some of these experiences that either I've added or my manager has suggested. So for example, what I can do is I can add a commentary associated with what's working well, how have you been applying, what you've been learning, and what more support might I need from my manager. Comments associated with progress I'm making against these experiences that I've generated associated with each of the skills I've prioritized through this next period. Now, it turns out that this is exactly the information that's required to support a Connect discussion between you and your manager. These discussions take place 2 or 3 times a year. I refer to them as compelling events, because they're really important discussions, because in these discussions, we talk about our career plan. And there's information that's required for you to complete in the Connect template. And it turns out that information is exactly what you're seeing here on the screen. Because what happens now is that if I go into Skill Plan, I'm just going to load up Skill Plan. And Skill Plan now pops up. And Skill Plan is divided into 2 parts. In the top part of your skill plan, you see kind of the progress that you're making against some of these important activities that help you develop your skill plan. And then the bottom half is devoted to looking into the priorities that you've set, for this next skilling period from your last Connect through to the next Connect, and maybe beyond as well. So if we look at what's going on the top of this table, complete perspectives, have I completed all of the perspectives for all of the skills for my role? Have I done that? As a result, have I set priorities? Have I set priorities based on my perspective, the work that I'm doing against each one of these skills? In terms of priorities, we recommend 5 priorities per cycle. And I further recommend that you break those 5 out into 2 or 3 green skills, 1 new skill, and perhaps 1 skill that that you're close to mastering. And these would become the 5 skills that you focus on through this period. So green skills, remember, skills that, the gap between where you are and mastery is at its greatest. So these are the most important skills. So 2 or 3 green skills, 1 new skill, things that that are going to be important that you learn, going to be new skills through this period. So one of those, and also a skill that you're looking to master a violet skill. So that's the breakdown of your skill priorities, those 5 priorities. And then we also recommend further that you get synced up with your manager on your perspectives associated with these skills that you prioritize, that your view of where you are and your manager's view of where you are and your journey towards mastering these skills is in sync, that you're on the same page. And we recommend doing that because, if you don't do that, often their perspective might be different to yours and frustrations can set in, and we don't want that. And also it's an opportunity where, some aha moments might come out when you listen respectively to each other's views about where you are in your journey towards mastering these skills. So we recommend syncing up with your manager on these 5 skills that you've prioritized. And then underneath, you see those 4 or 5 priorities that you've set for this next period. And when you click on the plus button pertaining to each one of these skills, you then start to see all of the experiences that you've added in. You see the experiences, start dates, due dates, progress you're making against each one of these experiences, and also any commentary that you've added in. What is working well? How are you applying? What additional support might you need? And you see all of this information appearing now as part of your skill plan underneath each of these priorities that you've set. And what's cool about this is that you can then download this skill plan as a template. I can literally click on download PDF. It will download it, as a PDF file for me. And I'm going to open that file up. And I can see now all of the information, the top part of the skill plan and the bottom half of the skill plan with all of the skill priorities is all here. And what you can now do with that template is you can upload this template into the Connect tool, because this template contains all of the information that you need to have the most effective Connect discussion, learn and grow discussion with your manager. All of this data, all of these fields is exactly the same data, exactly the same fields that you are required to enter into the Connect tool. You've now entered all this information, but you've entered it into SkillMe. We've taken that information, we've created your skills plan for you, and all you now need to do is to upload it into the Connect tool. Your manager can then open that up. You can open it up in the discussion, and you can literally start to talk through, where are you in completing your priorities? What your perspectives? What priorities did you set? Are we in sync in some of these priorities? We can talk about, again, we can talk about our respective perspectives, and then we can go through each of the priorities that we've set. We can talk about the experiences and how we're doing with these experiences. This is all the information that you need to have the most effective Connect discussion. It's now all available in Skill Plan, and Skill Plan is a new feature that we've added into SkillMe, and it's available to you on April the 10th in preparation for this next Connect cycle that's on the horizon for everybody. So thanks very much for watching. I hope this has been helpful. Please look out for other videos that we'll be recording on more new great capabilities that are in SkillMe and are being added into the SkillMe tool. Thank you very much.